Welcome to Mind Academy Sports. My name is Richard Gunn, where we teach athletes the connection between their mind and performance. Here we have Steen, all the way from Seattle, Washington. He is a junior, correct?
Yeah.
6'6" junior, very good shooter, athletic. So in case any college coaches are out there, he really does have a good arsenal. I've seen his game, and he really has a good game. Okay, tell me some things that you may have been struggling with.
Okay, so prior, I kind of struggled with confidence in the basketball game just from prior coaches. And I would say I struggled with kind of keeping my mind just clear before the game. I was hesitant. And I just, sometimes when I'd play, I wouldn't let the game come to me. I'd overthink a lot of things.
Okay. So how would that turn? Did you have missed shots, or you weren't shooting? How did that look?
It looked kind of like if I missed my first few shots, I wouldn't shoot anymore. Or if I'm having kind of a bad game, I kind of get out of it and start thinking negatively, and my whole game would just be thrown off because of that one moment.
Okay, perfect. So we've had 3 sessions so far, and each one has been pretty impactful. So just tell us how your game has changed, or if you have results from your games or whatever. Just tell the audience how things are different now.
Yeah, so they're different because I think after each session, slowly I started getting these tips. For example, how much of power you get from one thought. So just that one thought alone can kind of affect the whole way you play. Not waiting for something good to happen to start playing well, because that's something that I would always do. I'd always wait until I hit a 3 or I blocked a shot, and then I'd start playing with that confidence and energy. But I would just tell myself before the game, I got to come out there and play with that confidence and energy. And that really helped me, especially in some games where I was maybe getting yelled at by my coach. I kind of just push it aside and focus and understand that, he's just trying to help me, but that I got to focus on my game so I can perform the best.
There you go. And do you think this will be able to help you as you go into college as well?
Oh yeah, for sure. I think that this is something that will help me in my basketball career all the way through. I mean, it could even apply to everyday life, to be honest. But yeah, definitely will be good for college.
Have you noticed your confidence change in social interactions?
Yeah, honestly, a little bit. I feel like I'm actually kind of better at speaking now. Like our high school team after games, we always do a little, everybody has to give a little speech about how they thought the game went. And at first, I kind of used to not know what to say. I'd stutter, but I feel like my confidence in that has also improved. Even in school, when I give a presentation, it's just something I didn't even think of that until you brought it up just now. But I just realized
I just randomly thought about it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I work with some Division I players and things like that. So I want you to speak to it, because we went through kind of how our memories affect our confidence, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how interference gets in the way of our physical skills, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it's kind of like weight. It holds you down. And after the sessions, you feel the weight is lifted and you can finally play your game.
Yeah.
So we have individuals like Paul George who don't know why, but they play great in the regular season, and all of a sudden, when they get in pressurized situations, they feel a weight and they don't know why it's happening. You got guys like Kwame Brown who played his entire career with this heavy weight on him. So my question to you, no matter how talented you are, in your opinion, do you feel that dealing with those memories, dealing with that mental interference can help anybody no matter what level they play at?
Yeah, for sure. I think it doesn't really matter, if you're playing 5th grade basketball, middle school basketball, or if you're one of the top players in the NBA. Everybody is human and they deal with the same problems. I mean, obviously there's, different stages and stuff like that, but I think mentally training your mind is the most, is as important as your game is. Because confidence, I think, is a huge part of your game. I think prior, I knew I had the skill, but sometimes I lacked the confidence. And clearing my mind and kind of taking that heavy weight off me allowed me to play at my best.
Perfect. And we're ending this. I want to applaud you because I always say the ego is the enemy. And some of my best athletes that I really enjoy working with are the ones who kind of take their ego out of the way. So my last question is, typically everybody kind of deals with it, but why do you think that people allow their ego to kind of get in the way and feel like they don't need to train as far as mentally? They feel like they don't have to train mental training. Talk to me about that a little bit.
I think sometimes there's like a stigma behind like mental training. Like people can think, oh, you see a mental trainer, they think of it as like a therapist. They kind of think it's weak. It shows that you like, lack mentally. But I think, like I said earlier, it's actually really, really helpful. And you kind of do have to put that ego aside a little bit. I mean, for me, that wasn't a big thing, but I could understand how it could definitely be like an ego thing to some people. But you just gotta understand, if you want to get better, you gotta take different paths.